Seen that on Big Ten Network. They fell 3-0 to the Buckeyes there and had some travel issues getting here to State College, thankfully, and eventually made it here to play tonight against Penn State. The month of November is underway in Big Ten volleyball, and so are we from Rec Hall. And right away out of the middle, it's Gracie Gibson for Iowa getting the first point of the night on a kill.
Great first point there for Iowa, just to get the first point and quiet this Rec Hall crowd.
First ball kill for Gibson. You get a sense that's going to be important. It always is against this Penn State team. As Gallus' serve received by Stark. This is Merzik with a cut, and Jess Merzik answers on the other end for Penn State.
You mentioned Merzik struggling as of late. It's great to see her get her first kill on her first swing of the night.
She has 13 straight matches with double-digit kills. That coincides with the 13-match win streak that Penn State is on. Had a streak of 4 straight double-doubles that was snapped Wednesday against Michigan. Tough serve by Eva Faldudo, but getting the swing once again through the middle. It's the other middle blocker that we mentioned in the open, Hannah Whittingstall, the sophomore transfer from SMU. And both of Iowa's middles have both their points so far. The freshman, Malu Garcia, she's number 18 in black out of Honolulu, Hawaii, and she serves that into the net for the Hawkeyes, her first trip behind the service line tonight.
Be interesting to see how she bounces back from that service error.
You feel like here in a hostile environment as a young player, that's not the way you want to get things started off, but Garcia, times this season, has that ice in her veins, is trying to go across and paint the corner there on the serve was Jess Merzik, unable to do so. The two teams trade service errors, and Iowa's back in front. Here is Michelle Urquhart, the senior transfer from Tulane prior to the 2022 season. She followed head coach Jim Barnes to Iowa City. She's been the veteran presence on this Penn State team. Stark from right at the net, Hannah off the block for Penn State. Nice in-system kill there for the Nittany Lions.
Izzy Stark getting her other hitter going, so you're going to start to see the depth of this team and how powerful they can be if all 5 hitters really do get going.
Especially on that left side, it's a potent 1-2 attack with Merzik and Hannah. It's Mendelson's floater. Coming in from the back row, southpaw swing from Malu Garcia. She missed it out of bounds on the back row attack, and Penn State takes their first lead of the night. So Garcia, a service error and a hitting error. Her first 2 touches on the volleyball. She'll try to get on track. Here is Mendelson, the transfer from Nebraska. Stays behind the service line. Amaral, Tippett, it's Whittington. Trammell played up. Amaral trying to dump it down, and Claire Amaral does just that. And Amaral, that's what we knew she's capable of. Very similar to Izzy Stark for Penn State.
Yeah, it's that, I don't want to say eyes in the back of her head because she was sideways, but using that peripheral vision to be able to see that nobody was going up to block her that time, and she sends it right down.
Amaral had a triple-double earlier this season against Providence, then got hurt, missed a lot of time. Meanwhile, for Iowa, it's a service ace. And the Hawkeyes quickly have the lead back as Whittingstall, too hot to handle for the Nittany Lions. Jess Merzik could not receive it cleanly. Try it again, another tough serve from Whittingstall, this time played up by Faldudo. Merzik will attack on the D-ball, and she got it off a touch. Might have gotten it in regardless, but either way, point Penn State.
Did look in, it was close, but it did look in from our viewpoint, so Merzik able to fit it right into that corner.
2 quick kills on 2 swings for Merzik in the contest. Here's the freshman Izzy Stark. Alice down to play it, but Iowa still able to play it tight to the net as Grimes gets under it. Pancake dig from Jillian Grimes. What an up by her. Hawkeyes will try to pay it off with a swing, and what a cut that was from the redshirt freshman Alyssa Warden from the left side.
We talked about power on the Penn State side. That was real power on Iowa's side. Alyssa Warden got every piece of that ball.
Impressive stuff from Warden, who doesn't have a whole lot of offensive numbers this year for the Hawkeyes, but you wouldn't know it with that swing. Iowa now back up 6-5 here against the number 3 team in the country. In the first match of November, Taylor Trammell getting a kill off the block out of the middle for Penn State. And she gets on the board as well. Trammell, one of the top of the nation in hitting percentage, which you expect out of a middle blocker, but that means that she's doing her job nicely, the connection that she and Izzy Stark have. She's been impressive in her final collegiate season. Point goes to Iowa. Off a violation.
I've noticed over the past few matches that Trammell has had difficulties reading those. If it's going to get over the net for her to be able to tap it back down, or if she has to reach over, and then there's the violation, reaching over.
Stark on the reception. This is Jaravicious. Her first swing of the night is sent back into the back row by Iowa. It was Gibson over there with Urquhart on the double block for the Hawkeyes, and Iowa up by 2 here early on. It's the Hawkeye team we mentioned in the open, 0-20 in the Big Ten last year, 3-8 this season. Back-to-back blocks, one on the right side pin, one on the left side pin. Gibson in on that one as well for Iowa, and everything's going the way of the Hawkeyes. Back-to-back blocks. Gibson and Garcia that time. Stark collects this next to the net, though, and Caroline Jaravicious is able to pay it off, although Iowa keeps it alive. Excellent hustle by the Hawkeyes to keep it off the ground. Penn State gets a second chance opportunity at it, and Taylor Trammell finally puts it away for Penn State.
That block in the previous point might be the key thing to getting Malu Garcia going after she started off with 2 errors, and now that block seemed to have got her going with that nice dig as well.
Gallus trying to play that off Jillian Grimes, swinging way off of it is Malu Garcia. Merzick, that time, just got it down. As Iowa's block trying to form once again, Celia Antenna, Garcia, and Gibson there one more time to try and say no, but that time Merzick just bounced it down.
The block was just a tad late on that one as we see it again.
Off of Gibson, more service pressure from Grimes. It's going to come back over on the Penn State side. So Iowa could just never control that. That is going to be scored as the first service ace, beg your pardon, of the night for Jillian Grimes, and she's been ultra consistent in that category. Now 26 service aces to lead the team, and she's had one in 18 of their 23 matches, and she is not going to officially get credit for one there, but you might as well give it to her. Maggie Mendelson on the overpass kill. Former basketball player dunks it down out of the middle off the pressure from Jillian Grimes.
Yeah, we talked about the serving pressure kind of dying down a little bit for Penn State. It has not for Jillian Grimes over these past couple matches.
Grimes will try to keep it going. Iowa will receive it this time, and Gracie Gibson out of the middle off the assist from her freshman setter, Jenna Meitzler. So you'll see Iowa with the 6-2, and Amaral playing along with Meitzler for the Hawkeyes, and Jenna Meitzler in a year where there's a lot of talented freshman setters in the Big Ten, putting herself in that category as well. Merzick gets a swing over the top of the block. Warden will attack it from the back row. Stark athletic to the net. Merzick has it sent back. Going to be a net violation. That is called on Iowa.
That's what happens when, the speed of the Penn State team, getting it off of their hands and getting it to Merzick fast from Izzy Stark. The Iowa block has been slow the past couple times, and a net violation that time.
It's Garcia who was into the net there trying to form the block against Merzick. Now Garcia will get a swing at it. Tough cut past the block. Get a second chance opportunity, and another violation called on the Hawkeyes. And a fight at the net.
Iowa coach Jim Barnes looking for an explanation on that play there right at the net.
Seen a couple of those close plays of the net where you've had players into the net or go over the net. That time it was Amaral at any point in the point, and there was not one there as Merzick and Mendelson tried to form the block. Might have been trying to review whether or not they were over as well. Either way, it stays Penn State point. Ava Faldudo sends it away, and coming to play it right in front of the students is Warden. I was just going to have to get a free ball over. Impressive enough they did that. Mendelson trying to quickly attack and off the block of the Hawkeyes as Whittingstall over there with Urquhart, but Mendelson gets the kill off of them.
That Mendelson slide is typically very successful, and it works once again. They did get the block over there in time, but just out of bounds there.
So Iowa got out to the early lead here in this opening set. This is a Penn State team that's been a little notorious for their slow starts in the opening frames, but now they're starting to turn it on here. 3-0 scoring run as Whittingstall taps it over the block. Penn State punches it up, and Merzick is going to miss it out of bounds, trying to go cross court there, angle it past the Iowa block.
Yeah, just didn't angle it. She got it past the block, but she didn't angle it enough where it stayed in and went right into the student section.
So the freshman Malou Garcia back behind the service line for Iowa. Faldudo plays it up. Mendelson once again on the slide. Hawkeyes get some pulls on it. They'll get a swing out of it from Urquhart, but Jillian Grimes right there. Penn State quickly attacking on the left side. Roots it down the line. Warden had to lay out to keep it up, and Iowa sends a free ball over. Penn State will try to get another swing. Start to dump, recycle, start to Merzick. Bang!
What a rally by both teams there. I mean, two impressive digs, one by Grimes and then one by Warden on the Iowa side. And then when you're late to the block there, it's just too much power from Jess Merzick.
Merzick already with 5 kills in this first set. Whittingstall gets it over on the second chance there, working against the solo block of Hannah. Then Hannah comes back on the other side, gets a swing, and puts it away.
You thought there was a lot of power on Jess Merzick's swing. There's just as much on Cameron Hannah's, and she even gets higher. Jumps just about 11 feet, so it's really impressive, and she gets it right over the block on this one.
Saw it on full display on that. 5 kills on 9 swings, 2 errors. That accounts for a .333 hitting percentage. She'll be back behind the service line here for Penn State. Mendelson with 3 kills on 4 swings. Trammell 2 for 3. Hannah 2 for 2 for Penn State. Gracie Gibson leading the way. The offensive end for Iowa. She's got 2 kills on 4 swings. Here's Mendelson on the slide, and Maggie Mendelson gets the point out of the timeout for Penn State.
Yeah, nice hit there by Mendelson. On the dig attempt, goes right over our head.
Mendelson has been tough to handle, and she continues to get her offense going. Oh, how good of a blocker she is, but she continues to find different ways to attack the volleyball. She's going to become even more potent. Here is Hannah, and kept up right to the net. Kind of off the rebound there. Urquhart kept it alive. Emerald now will set Urquhart, and it'll be a point for Penn State as Urquhart missed it out of bounds.
Yeah, great attempt there by Iowa to just keep it alive, and then had a great in-system rhythm there right at the end and just couldn't keep it in bounds.
Trying to work past the block of Izzy Stark and Maggie Mendelson. Urquhart still blanked on the scoreboard. Amaral! Wow, Claire Amaral leveling the boom for Iowa off a serve receive that was a little bit out of control. It was coming to Amaral in a hurry from Urquhart in the left back spot, and Amaral said, all right, I'll just make something out of this.
Yeah, it might have been a last-second decision. It was actually a perfect pass right to her that allowed her to be able to get that crazy swing. Kind
of worked out well there. Urquhart misses her serve out of bounds. Penn State gets it back here, up 18-12. Serving sub Quinn Menger will make her first appearance of the night, one of the 3 team captains for Penn State. Menger has been impressive lately, earning points for Penn State from behind the service line. Not necessarily just with the aces. She's got 8 of them. Won't get another one here. Coming in for the back row. Tapping it over was Garcia. Hannah, heavy swing. Gets all the way back on the Penn State side, though, off for a ricochet. Now Trammell out of the middle, and Gallus couldn't keep it up. Taylor Trammell gets her 3rd kill tonight.
Yeah, that previous swing right before the kill there almost went back to behind the Penn State defense.
Yeah.
Just the power there, and now a timeout by Iowa.
Get a look at that play. Taylor Trammell attacking out of the middle. Off the Iowa timeout. Up by 7, 6 points away. So glad you could join us on a Friday night from Rec Hall. As this is Whittingstall. Iowa gets a much-needed side out of the timeout from Hannah Whittingstall.
That's what's been working for the Hawkeyes, going to their middle hitters. Whittingstall specifically there with a nice swing and being able to get it down on a great defensive team in Penn State.
Whittingstall was one of 4 players who had 7 kills yesterday for Iowa. That led their team, but she also had 5 blocks as well against the Buckeyes. So she's done some good things recently, and she's going to add a service ace on top of it. Whittingstall bringing the pressure once again. Her second service ace of the night. How about it for Hannah Whittingstall? And that was what head coach Jim Barnes talked to us a little bit about when we met with him prior to the match. The service pressure, being able to put that on Penn State. This time, Merzick plays it off the ground, and Cameron Hanna touches all 11 feet on that swing to get the kill.
Yeah, it dropped right down in the middle, and what a bounce there by Hannah, and on the ball after her hit. As we see it again, a great set from Izzy Stark, and Hannah just powerful swing.
Gonna be a joust for it at the net, sent back for Iowa. And getting a swing, getting a kill is Alyssa Warden. As that gets down for the redshirt freshman. Iowa gets the serve back, trailing by 5. Freshman to redshirt freshman on the connection there, Meitzler to Warden. Now Meitzler behind the service line. Received by Merzick. Jaravicious will get her first kill tonight off the block.
We've noticed in the past that teams often will serve at Jess Merzick to try to slow her down, and Jaravicious just makes up for it there on a huge swing to be able to get the point.
Well, you can try to slow her down, but Merzick has done a good job in that category this season, and she's also one of the best back row attackers in the country, so it's a good concept. Sometimes easier said than done. Penn State gets the point there, so Paul just kind of falls into no man's land on the side of Iowa's net.
Izzy Stark does get kills typically each match. That will not be, that's
usually,
not a normal kill for Stark.
Not usually like that. We're used to seeing her maybe swing a little more conventionally from the net. She can do that. As a setter and a hitter during her time in high school. What an athletic set there from Stark to set up Merzick. Two Hawkeyes get on the ground to keep it up, and Warden touches it over the block. Penn State runs out of hits. Alyssa Warden has been doing some good things here for the Hawkeyes. She's up to 3 kills on the evening. That leads all Iowa players.
Yeah, just couldn't get it up fast enough, and third hit didn't go in the right direction there for Penn State, and Iowa pulls to within 6.
Warden only with 11 kills all season for Iowa prior to tonight. Well, she's got 3 in the match. Tried Jaravicious again, and Jaravicious, you know what I'm thinking. I'm not going to say it. Off the block.
I'll say it for you. That was a vicious swing there by Jaravicious. And she's right back into rhythm after the first missed swing on the night.
Took her a while to get going, but yeah, 2 quick kills there for Caroline Jaravicious to kind of keep pace with the other 4 hitters on this Penn State team, who have all been doing some really good things here early on. Merzick hitting 300, Mendelson hitting 800, Trammell 750, Hannah 500, now Jaravicious 250. Pretty good numbers to Penn State. Feeder again, why not? That time off the top of the block. This is Garcia right in front of Stark and Stark. Both the sisters keep it alive. Merzick will get a swing out of it. Urquhart, tip it over. Now Stark to Stark. Angelina attacks from the back row, and it's set point Penn State.
That was a perfect set, and I mean, it's got to be when you're setting it to your sister, and Angelina Stark with a massive swing there to get it to set point. Gets the point there on a huge swing.
Red call rises for the first time tonight. Ava Faldudo. First of 7 set points for Penn State. That one, almost got down in bounds off the top of the net. A strong swing from Hannah Whittingstall, but it just lands in the blue, and Iowa saves the first set point. They got to do it 6 more times, though. Lou Garcia, the freshman from Hawaii, trying to go on a run here. Received by Stark, set by Stark. Swing by Mendelson is played up. Merzick there at the net, but she went over. And wasn't happy about it. Merzick was trying to put it away all by herself there at the net, but maybe the call Iowa didn't get earlier, they get back there. That one was pretty obvious from Jess Merzick trying to make the play. Iowa still needs 5 more. Garcia's going to loop this one into play. Merzick played up by Warden. Urquhart from the left side, denied! The roof from Maggie Mendelson and Izzy Stark. And Penn State takes the first set, 25-19 over the Hawkeyes here from Rec Hall. We'll switch sides as you see the replay of that final point. Urquhart into the block of Stark and Mendelson. We were going to expect the setters to attack the volleyball a lot tonight, and we've seen that so far on the side of number 4 in black. So Warden will start us off in set number 2. Here we go. Stark to Merzik for the first point of the set. Give it to Jess. She's got 6.
Not the most powerful swing, but it gets the job done. Falls right in front of the defense on that one to get the first point of the second set.
Jordan hops into the ball game for the Nittany Lions as Jillian Grimes serves this one away. Gibson right out of the middle. Stark unable to play it up for Penn State. And Iowa gets a quick side out for their first point of the second set.
Once again, their setters going to the middle. Gibson once again getting the job done.
See by Merzik. Jaravicius cutting it through the block. Caroline Jaravicius with a strike.
Yeah, right through the uprights, you could say, to be able to get that one down.
I see what you did there on a big football weekend. And Caroline Jaravicius, of course, daughter of Joe Jaravicius, former Penn State wide receiver and Super Bowl champion. So a lot of different ways you could go with that as Garcia swing from the right side. And
not sure if I think Jess Merzik might have hit the antenna
right.
instead of the ball there.
There's going to be a conference, and the Penn State men's volleyball team is trying to convince the officials here.
Hard to take them serious.
You see them in the student section. Yes, that is the men's team in their costumes here in the wrecking crew. Of course, Penn State's men's team will kick off their regular season in January, play in the spring. And they're here tonight supporting the girls. Was an Iowa point. Penn State trying to win it back. This is Stark for the back row. Now Garcia for the back row. Not quite able to paint the back line.
Every single Iowa player there looking for a touch and didn't get it that time. And that one just makes it out in the back for a point to the Nittany Lions.
So Garcia credited with a kill on that last point, but then another error. She's still hitting in the negatives for the Hawkeyes. The freshman, one-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week earlier this season. Quick attack from the middle. It's Whittingstall one more time for Iowa.
That time they will get the touch there, and clear touch there that goes sailing out of bounds after the hit.
This Hawkeye team continuing to fight hard. We'll see if they can keep a little closer here once we get to the latter points of this set. Going to be a joust opportunity. It'll come back on Penn State's side. Hannah gets a swing off the block, disrupted by the block touch of the Hawkeyes. Warden getting it through the block of Stark and Hop. And Warden just continuing to play at a high level here for Iowa. Up to 4 kills.
Hit was just a little too much for Stark there. Turned around to see where the ball was, and it just happened to hit her right to her left.
Michelle Urquhart still trying to get going offensively. Some service pressure should help. Short serve that time, and Cameron Hanna missing it out of bounds. Trying to go down the line there was the former Clemson Tiger.
Just missed the line right there. What a set from Izzy Stark, a one-handed set to get it over to Cameron Hanna for the kill attempt.
I've had a couple of those sets tonight from Izzy Stark that just make you go, wow. And if you watch enough Penn State volleyball, you're used to seeing that as Urquhart not able to clear the neck tape there on that play. So that ends the run. It'll be 4 serving 5 here, and Nittany Lions still trail by 1. Pressure put on. Gallus lunges to get under it. Warden, once again, Alyssa Warden. Man, oh man, for Iowa, has she come on here. She hadn't had a kill since mid-September against South Dakota. Her career high is 6. That was earlier in the year against Delaware. And here she is against the number 3 team in the nation, the redshirt freshman. She's got 5.
already close to half of her season total here tonight. So definitely have caught Penn State off guard with her attack.
Haven't seen any of Dominique Phils tonight. Another tough serve from Whittingstall. Man, it just continues for Hannah Whittingstall. She's been behind the line, I believe, 3 times. She's got 3 aces.
Yeah, that ball died fast. That one we could see the spin of it coming past the net, and I mean, nothing you can really do. It looked like it was going to get to that back row, and it died really fast.
Whittingstall only has 11 service aces this season, make it 14 now. That was her number entering tonight. Hannah will answer on the other side for the Nittany Lions, getting the kill off the touch. But I tell you, it's a lot of the things that we talked to head coach Jim Barnes right before the match. It's a lot of things he talked about, putting that service pressure on, making this Penn State team work, getting them off the net, and Whittingstall is taking that to heart here. Now it's her middle blocker companion, Gracie Gibson. Caroline Jaravicious. And Jaravicious heating up here for Penn State. Through a quiet start, she's up to 4 kills.
And that one went right off the top of the block. She was looking for hands on that hit, and she found it to be able to get the kill.
Penn State trying to tie it up on this point if they can help it. Garcia attacking for the back row. Mendelson got a pawl up and on. It's Stark in midair right in front of the scorer's table. Penn State ran out of hits there. Stark trying to keep it alive. Another insanely athletic play, but it'll be a point for Iowa.
Her athleticism just continues to wow everybody. It's insane some of the things she's able to do at the setter position.
More service pressure from Iowa, and a service ace. My computer took the brunt of that volleyball on the way down. But the Hawkeyes now with 4 service aces in the contest, and that time it's the freshman Jenna Meitzler. How about it for Iowa? Up by 3. Very similar story to the first set. This is when Penn State went on a run. Mendelson can't pay it off there. Warden off the block and down. Alyssa Warden up to half a dozen. Haven't seen Dominique Phils tonight yet. The freshman wasn't told if there was anything to that, but Warden has played a lot in her stead tonight, and she's picking up the slack.
Hitting well over 800. It's just insane.
Already has tied her career high. Mendelson denied. No, beg your pardon. Lands out of bounds as Gibson was going for the denial there. Trying to put the roof from the middle. Penn State gets a much needed point here, still down by 3. And this was a 3-0 scoring run by the Hawkeyes. As here's Cam Hanna into the net. Quickly giving it back to Iowa.
Yeah, it's something we actually haven't seen too often recently from Cameron Hanna at the service line. She's hit a lot of her serves recently and has gotten some key service aces late in matches. These past couple matches.
So Warden's done everything else tonight. We'll see if she can add a service ace. Not on that attempt. She'll get a dig there off the swing. Urquhart past the block. Penn State fired Jerline to keep it alive, and they do. Garcia with the kill. Lethal strike from Malou Garcia for just her 3rd kill of the evening.
That might be what really gets her going. 3 kills now on the match. Now hitting over 0, so she's out of the negatives. So
that's what made Iowa's fight so impressive in that first set. It was without the contributions of Garcia and Urquhart. As Jaravicious gets denied by the block. Everything is going Iowa's way right now, and they've also been out blocking Penn State 3-1 in that category. The only block the Nittany Lions had was on the set point of set 1. Now Mendelson trying to answer, and she does. Much needed point for Penn State.
Prior to that point, Iowa was winning at the net on both sides, and it wasn't looking good for Penn State. 2 straight 3-0 runs, but this set from Stark right to Mendelson, she gets it down real fast to be able to get the point.
Yeah, Mendelson attacking from the middle that time. We see her usually attack a lot on the slide, showing she can do it there as well. Merzik Taking a cut from the left side, but Gallus able to get under it. Nice up by Joy Gallus. Start goes cross court to Merzik, off the block touch. Hawkeyes trying to get a swing off the bump set. Garcia, and just not able to keep it alive, and out of the wrecking crew is Penn State and Malu Garcia. Up to 4 kills, all of them have come in this second set.
Yeah, she's completely turned it around here in the second set. She might have just needed to be able to get used to this environment here, as now it leads to a timeout from Katie Schumacher-Cauley.
Timeout to get the serve back and maybe try and string some points together. Joy Gallus, the libero. Sends it away and out of bounds. So a service error for Iowa will give Penn State a free pass out of the timeout.
Talked about how they've been serving real strong here in the second set, but that one just sails out and might just be the turning point that Penn State needs to be able to get back into the set.
Eva Faldudo will be the one to try and start a run here for Penn State, the Illinois native. Emerald quickly to Whittingstall through the middle. Faldudo plays it up. Merzik over the block. Gordon will come in for the back row. Bounce it off the net tape. One hopper. Merzik, did she get a touch? Nope, didn't happen. Jess Merzik thinks it might have. Katie Schumacher-Cauley is going to go for the green card. And we'll take a look. In set number 2, trying to even the match at 1 apiece. More service pressure there. Faldudo able to play it. It gets to the window for Merzik, and Merzik pays it off there, getting the kill off the block.
Yeah, the hands from Whittingstall just came up a little too late, and that's why we saw the late deflection back onto the side and out of bounds on the Penn State side.
Penn State, just 1 service ace so far tonight. Iowa's got 4. Came courtesy of Jillian Grimes on the side of the Nittany Lions. This is Urquhart, and Michelle Urquhart finally gets on the board. Her first kill of the night on her 7th swing.
7th swing was the most powerful swing she's taken, and nothing Jillian Grimes could have really done there to be able to keep that one in play.
Another big first ball kill there for Iowa, quickly winning the serve back. Here is Urquhart. Up by 6 of the Hawkeyes. Once again, struggle to receive the serve. Merzik just has to send it away from well behind the 10-foot line. Now Stark going for the quick dump. Warden, good read. Warden gonna miss it out of bounds as she was trying to hack it over the block and just couldn't quite get the angle on it that she needed.
Yeah, one of the rare misses tonight for Alyssa Warden. Still leading the team in kills, and that'll drop her down a little bit below the 66% mark, down to around 45% hitting tonight.
Quinn Menger back in for Penn State. Received by Gallus. Whittingstall quickly out of the middle, off the net. Hannah rifles, got it. Kill number 5 of the night for Cameron Hannah. So the 2 teams kind of back to somewhat trading points here, although the Nittany Lions string 2 together there, trying to get back into this second set. This Iowa team hitting 381 in the set. Penn State now only hitting 227. Check that, Iowa now hitting 364, but point still remains. The Hawkeyes are playing at a high level. Back row attack from Garcia. Hard swing, hangs in the air, and Iowa gets the block again. That time it's Amaral and Whittingstall for the Hawkeyes.
4th block on the set for Iowa, the big reason why they are leading. And great set there by Stark, great hit by Hannah, just block beat them to the ball.
It's a block party here for the Hawkeyes tonight. They have done an outstanding job in that facet of the game as well. Hannah trying to go back at the block this time. It once again disrupts Hannah's swing. She pay it off a second time. Yes, she can. Another much needed kill for Penn State when they really needed to have one to keep this within range here. Still down by 4. 13 serving 17. The 5-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week, 3-time Setter of the Week, Izzy Stark. She got both those awards this week. There's the roof that Penn State was looking for. It's Mendelson and Hannah in the middle.
Right after that block, Mendelson screamed, "Let's go," into the huddle. Could be a big turning point for Penn State here in the second set to be able to fight back into fight back from the deficit.
Mendelson's had a good night so far. 6 kills on 9 swings, now 2 blocks. Garcia trying to get it past the block, and Penn State just couldn't keep it up. Jillian Grimes got a little discombobulated there, and it bounced off Cameron Hannah. Nittany Lions can't keep it off the floor. Garcia's big set continues. 18 serving 14. The freshman coming to play here for the Hawkeyes in set 2. Stark gets it back to Hannah. Izzy Stark controlling the first contact at the net, putting it in the perfect spot for Cameron Hannah to attack on it, and Hannah coming alive here in the middle points of set 2.
Great job by Merzick there to keep it up. And
another one of those sets from Stark that just make you go, man.
Yeah.
Warden tried to answer with a tough swing, but she's roofed. Jaravicius and Mendelson right there at the left side pin for Iowa. And the Nittany Lions has lived up to all that and more. And the thing about what makes it so impressive for Izzy Stark is this is her first full year as a setter, really, running the offense full time. She was a setter and a hitter in high school, did a little of both. Alyssa Warden had the hot hand tonight for Iowa. She gets the swing there out of the timeout. Leitzler trying to collect it at the net. Unable to do so for Gibson. It lands on Iowa's side, and Penn State is within 1.
And with them being within 1, this crowd is right back into it. Might be getting into the heads of the Hawkeyes once again it seemed like they were in the first set.
Urquhart plays up Hannah's serve. Warden still going for her career high. She's matched it with 6. Jaravicius took a little too much off of that one. They'll try the other pin, and Merzick. And once again, the Iowa block forms. Garcia and Gibson for the Hawkeyes. Gracie Gibson now up to 4 blocks on the evening to go along with her 3 kills. And the Hawkeyes back up to much needed point there for Iowa to stop the run. Now Warden. Merzick fires. Played up. Urquhart disrupted by the block, but it gets down. Michelle Urquhart. Just her second kill, the veteran. Former transfer from Tulane. Season high 20 kills, career high 20 kills against Illinois last Sunday. Warden putting the pressure on there, but it gets onto the Iowa side in play. Urquhart off the block, back-to-back kill.
On the match already, so keep working the block here in the end of the second set.
Stark to Jaravicius coming in. Jaravicius gets the kill out of the timeout. You had to have that one for Penn State. Seen more Jordan Hop tonight for the Nittany Lions. Hop playing a lot in this second set. She had only played 5 sets this season across 4 matches. Right back out of the middle, though, Gracie Gibson continues her strong night for the Hawkeyes. The senior transfer from Lafayette, the native of San Antonio, Texas. They say everything's bigger in Texas. She's coming up bigger tonight.
Yeah, it's now her 4th kill on the night, and she's been big both sides of the ball.
Merzick, no doubter from Jess Merzick. Penn State keeping it within 3, but running out of time.
Gonna need a run here, and we've seen big-time runs when Ava Faldudo is the one back to serve, so there'll be another one here.
Urquhart will receive it. Garcia right off the block. Absolute missile that she shot into the block of Hop and Merzick, and Garcia with some authority. She's now got 6 kills. All of them have come in this second set. That ties the redshirt freshman Alyssa Warden for most of the match for Iowa. Hawkeyes 2 points away. Stark to Stark. Got to the back row. Angelina missed it long. And it's set point Iowa. They will have 5. This is a Hawkeye team that has played even some of the best teams in the Big Ten tough. They've taken some sets from them. They're on the brink of taking one from number 3. Garcia, short serve. Faldudo up to play. Mersick to keep Penn State alive. She does.
It's key to get the first one when you're facing set point. They're going to have to do it 4 more times, though. And now Mersick will be the one back to serve.
They will need a 5-0 run to keep the set going. They got 1. They need 4 more. Here's Mersick. From the back row, Garcia, did she get a touch?
Didn't look like it from where we saw.
Little conversation, though. They're going to overturn it. The R2, Kurt Fulmer, believe made the call at the net thinking there was good teams. They took a set from Purdue earlier in the year. They took a set from Oregon earlier in the year, and now they've taken one from Penn State. Jillian Grimes will start us off in set 3. Garcia, she'll get the first swing. And she'll get the block along with Gibson. Mohu Garcia doing a little bit of everything for Iowa tonight. That's now her 3rd block, Gibson's 5th. And that has been one of the storylines, Andrew. Iowa now up to 6 blocks on the night. Penn State's only got 2.
Yeah, Penn State, not a team that typically loses the block battle, but they have so far, and Iowa's just dominated the net since the 2nd set.
Mersick somehow covers that overpass swing from Urquhart. Mendelson will try to pay off the Penn State hustle with a point, but Iowa keeps it off the ground. Now Mendelson that time gets it in the back corner.
Iowa was diving all around on that previous hit from Mendelson, and then Izzy Stark went right back to her to be able to get the point there to tie it up at 1.
Both teams had to lay out a little bit to make that play. Eventually, the point ends up going the way of the Nittany Lions. Urquhart touches it over. Stark going for the dump. Good read by Gallus to be right there for the Hawkeyes, but the rejection from Mendelson and Stark at the net.
That's someone that is going to have to get going at the net, Maggie Mendelson. If they want to be able to get these blocks up, the block from Mendelson is going to have to be big here in the 3rd set.
The wall sign coming out in the wrecking crew tonight, not one that's been used very often, just the 3rd block for Penn State this evening. Sliding Mendelson, played up by Warden in the back row. Faldudo gets on the ground for it. Mersick, hard hit ball. Iowa will keep it in play. Warden from behind the 10-foot line. Joust at the net. It's going to be won by Whittingstall.
I think it was a late decision there by Izzy Stark to go for the joust instead of setting it to her teammates, and just loses the battle right there to Whittingstall.
Tell you what, Iowa is reading these balls tonight really well. Seems like everything Penn State's trying to do, they're there for a cover or for an answer. Penn State's going to have to play this maybe way off the net. Angeline Stark got it back into a solid position for Jess Mersick now. Amaral will dump it. It kind of went through Mendelson. Penn State's just got to get a free ball over. Now Amaral with the southpaw swing from the center, and Amaral now 4 for 4.
That time, Mendelson read her, and she still got it through the block. So impressive swing there by Amaral to be able to get a point there.
If you wanted some offensive-minded setters tonight, this is the matchup for you. But you can't get much more offensively minded than Jess Mersick. Beautiful cross-court cut from number 9.
She had a great first set, but then slowed down like we've been talking about. She slowed down in the 2nd set, only hitting 172 right now. So something to keep an eye out to see if her hitting percentage goes up.
Been a little bit of a story. It's been a lot of kills on not a lot of efficiency. Iowa right in front of us trying to keep it alive. And Amaral, I don't even know how to describe that. Made contact with Iowa assistant coach right in front of us trying to keep that alive. And it's going to, after all that, go in the book as a service ace for Jess Mersick.
A lot happened on that serve.
All right, much more conventional play and point for Iowa. Urquhart with the first ball kill. Michelle Urquhart kind of talked about it near the end of that second set. She had back-to-back kills to help Iowa scamper back away, and 4 kills. She's up to the positives now, just positive 077, but still. Urquhart and Garcia, we mentioned if they could come alive, that was what kind of led Iowa to success in that second set, and they're keeping it going here in set 3. Hannah, though, off of the fingertips at the net. Gets it right back for Penn State.
Talked about the block being strong from Iowa. If you want someone that's going to be able to get it over the block, there's not really many others other than Cameron Hannah there, and she gets it over the block there for a kill.
Yeah, Hannah can absolutely jump out of the gym, and we've seen that a couple times so far tonight. Emerald will set a sliding winning stall. Sent back by Trammell and Hannah. Hawkeyes eventually get it over the net. Hannah off of fingertips one more time at the net. Emerald and Whittingstall trying to form the block, but Cameron Hannah right there to knock it off him.
A 9th kill for Cameron Hannah. Hitting well over 300. Has been very efficient, up to 412 on the night.
412 on the night. Emerald going for the swing once again. She missed it out that time. Claire Emerald saw another opportunity, a ball coming right at her with a lot of velocity. Calls her own number, and for the first time tonight, doesn't find the hardwood. Penn State now up 7-4 on a run. Trammell denied by Emerald. Hannah got it through.
Whatever the conversation was in the locker room, it clearly worked for Penn State, and Cameron Hannah is just rolling right now.
Cameron Hannah up to 10 kills. That matches her senior teammate Jess Merzick. There's a look at number 10 for number 8 in blue.
We're going to need to keep going to her. She's figured it out after a slow start, and 7 kills now on the match, all in the second set. Hasn't gotten one yet so far, but we'll see here out of the break.
It's been the Cameron Hannah show, though, here in set number 3 to this point. There's a service ace from Maggie Mendelson out of the timeout.
Just her 4th on the season for Mendelson.
Mendelson's serve has improved here as of late for Penn State, and it's starting to become a bit of a weapon for the Nittany Lions, a serving team, or a team that was serving the ball better at the beginning of the season than they are now. And head coach Katie Schumacher-Cawley said she wanted that to be cleaned up. So we head to the second half of Big Ten play. Claire Emerald just doing what Claire Emerald does. From that setter spot, she's now got 5 kills on 7 swings. Kind of easy to see why she had a triple-double earlier in the year against Providence. Her ability to attack, set. Hasn't had to do a lot of digging tonight, but still something to keep in mind. Taylor Trammell out of the middle for Penn State, and Taylor Trammell coming back in here in this 3rd set and getting on the board with her 4th kill of the evening.
Yeah, Izzy Stark hit Trammell right in stride to be able to get the kill there.
Saw Jordan Hott play in the second set in place of Trammell. Trammell back in the 3rd. Trammell right there with Jaravicius for the roof. Point Penn State.
Might just be the difference so far. Trammell has shown up on the block so far in this 3rd set. She got the kill previous point, and Penn State is rolling here up 6.
Penn State's block starting to come to life here. Warden, who's gone a little quiet since early in the second set, can't get a kill there. Hannah off the block has been the hot hand in set 3. Garcia, the back row attack. Grimes set to Jaravicius. Got it down on Iowa's side.
Didn't know if it was going to trickle over. It rolled along the net and then fell right on the opposite side of where all the Iowa players were, and Jaravicius gets lucky on that one.
4th straight game for Jaravicius, where she's had at least half a dozen kills. 6-2-12 tonight are her hitting splits, as that serve is out of bounds from Izzy Stark. It ends a 3-0 run. And from freshman setter to freshman setter, here's Jenna Meitzler. Receive Merzick. Hannah attacking from the right side, and Cameron Hannah able to get it off of the block for another Penn State kill. She's now up to 11. here for the contest.
Just another massive swing by Hannah to be able to get that one through the block that's been so powerful tonight for Iowa.
Hannah has been an impressive force on this Penn State team. She's gotten a lot of kills with pretty high efficiency as of late for these Nittany Lions. Taylor Trammell dropping the anvil for Penn State.
Once again, Izzy Stark hitting her right in stride, and that's why Trammell was able to get it down so fast, and Iowa defense just can't keep up with the speed there on the set to the kill for Trammell.
I think that shows you in a lot of ways why Taylor Trammell's got one of the best hitting percentages in the country. It's because the connection with the tempo that she and Stark have down is just pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, she's up to 714 on the night. So that number is going to keep rising.
That's going to inflate the average for Taylor Trammell, an average entering the night that sat at 449. It's on track to go up right now. Merzik takes a little half-hearted swing there. An out of system play. Garcia looping over the block, and Malu Garcia gets back on the board. Her first kill of set 3. Might be too little too late for Iowa, but they're going to try and start a run.
Saw a lot of power from Malu Garcia in this second set. That one, little finesse there to get the point.
Received by Stark in the right back spot. Merzik pushes it through. Now Urquhart takes a cut, gets a kill. Michelle Urquhart with the cross-court drive.
Urquhart still getting going. 5th kill on the night. Still hitting or in the zeros. Probably will be right around 100 after that kill.
Try Trammell again through the middle. That time Meitzler there to read it. Urquhart attacking just in front of the 10-foot line, and once again, she'll make it back-to-back kills. Michelle Urquhart, it's a 4-0 scoring run for Iowa. All of a sudden, they're getting back in this thing. Here in this tie-breaking set 3. Going on a run behind the line is Alyssa Warden. Penn State can't get her off. Urquhart trying to joust it through. Why not make it 3 in a row? Michelle Urquhart, that time winning the fight at the net. And the senior has turned it on here in set 3.
Yeah, and she's gotten going here in the third set, and that's exactly what Iowa needs.
Alyssa Warden with the service ace. 6-0 run. Putting the Big Ten volleyball world on a little bit of notice tonight, I would say, with their performance. And this is an Iowa team. They were picked to finish last in the expanded 18-team Big Ten Conference. They did not win a single Big Ten match last year. They won their first 2. They swept Maryland, got a win over Rutgers as well. And fighting hard against Penn State as Garcia punches it to try and keep it alive. And she at least kind of gave Warden a chance at it there, but ultimately it's a Penn State point, one they needed to stop the bleeding.
Might as well keep going to Taylor Trammell. She's continuing her impressive night down the middle.
Garcia able to angle it past the block attempt from Merzik. Now Merzik drives that one into the hardwood.
Great response out of the timeout by Penn State. 2 straight points in this one. A lot of power on the swing from Jess Merzik.
And Jillian Grimes will add a service ace, her second of the night. Just like that, it's a 3-0 Nittany Lion run with number 3 behind the line.
She expands her lead in service aces on the team with that ace.
Going for another one here. Iowa trying to keep it alive. Gallus just barely got it over the net. Juravicius off hands of the block. The set. Try to start another one here, but Jillian Grimes has been lethal behind the service line for Penn State, and they're not going to get her off yet, as Urquhart missed it long.
Everything going right for Penn State right now. 5-0 run. Trend did not continue out of a timeout. Penn State gets the point on a missed swing.
Grimes putting more pressure on Jillian Grimes. Hawkeyes just can't receive her right now. She's got 28 service aces now on the team, or now on the season, I should say. That matches her total from last year when she led the Nittany Lions in that category. So I would say with 8 more matches left after tonight, she's probably going to top that. She might even top it in this run behind the line. Iowa earns a second chance. Urquhart will take it again, trying to get it down the line, and Urquhart missed it out of bounds. Run continues.
A little confusion there by the refs, pointed in different directions, but they get on the same page and call the point to Penn State's side.
It's up to a 7-0 Penn State run. All of a sudden, they're within 4. Grimes trying to keep it going, but quickly out of the middle. That's where Iowa's had their production, at least in recent matches. We've seen the pin hitters step up here tonight, but that time Gracie Gibson getting her 5th kill to match her 5 blocks this evening. Once again, we mentioned the senior transfer from Lafayette in her first year in Iowa City. Mendelson now to the middle, off the block of Whittingstall, and she couldn't cover it in time. Maggie Mendelson gets kill number 8 of the night for her.
That was just a little too much on that swing. Whittingstall wasn't able to keep it up after she made the initial touch on it, but Mendelson continuing to hit well tonight.
Right back out of the middle, Whittingstall. That's where Iowa's going right now to try and get back on track. Those duo of middle blockers, Whittingstall and Gibson, who have been strong presences throughout Big Ten play for Iowa, trying to spark something here, if nothing else, maybe entering the 4th set. With this set pretty well out of reach here for the Hawkeyes. Merzik, strong swing. Iowa keeps it up with Marquardt. Back set sliding, Mendelson got it down, or did she? No, missed it out of bounds. It was close, but Mendelson could not get it down in front of the line.
It's exactly what they want to do on those type of swings there from Mendelson, and just couldn't quite keep it in on that one.
Short serve, Faldudo up to play it. Merzik from the left pin, it comes back to her. Stark will back set her, and Merzik touched the ball about 3 times on that point before she finally put it away, but she got it down for the Nittany Lions.
Makes sense that she deserves to get that point after not only getting one swing before she is able to put it away, but also setting it up to be able to eventually get the point for herself.
She'll come behind the service line here. Merzik leading all players with 12 kills. Only on we're ready for play. Penn State up by 8, needing 2. And Merzik not able to paint the end line there.
She's almost able to hit Malu Garcia on that serve. Garcia just got out of the way there and landed out of bounds.
Both teams have, at this point now, served pretty well. Penn State has evened up that service ace department. They're each even at 5. Iowa's got 4 errors. Penn State's got 6. Emerald plays it off the net. Callis, the libero, will take a swing just to get it over. Mendelson got it back. What a dig by Urquhart. She got another one on it and played right in front of the stands by Faldudo. I don't know if she had to play that one. Either way, it's a net fault on Emerald to end a chaotic point, and Penn State's got set point.
Not really sure what happened there. A lot happened, but
weird point. Either way, it comes on the way of Penn State, and here's Quinn Menger. At point 24, number 24 checks in to try and end the set. The serving sub. She's been the primary one for Penn State this season. Thon dancer last February, Quinn was, and along with Angelina Stark and Jess Merzik, she are Penn State's 2024 team captains. Can she seal it here in set 3 and send Penn State to the 4th with a chance to clinch the match? Easy receive for Urquhart. Whittingstall sent back by Hannah. Whittingstall disrupted by Trammell. Stark trying to get it over. Out of system, set, and it's Out of bounds. Off the block attempt by Stark and Trammell, just barely.
Tell you, if that one landed in, this place might have blown open.
It almost did. It almost did blow open. Until they found out it was Iowa's point. It's Alyssa Warden. She now has her career high in kills with 7. Tolling it off the block there. Start to Hannah. Cameron Hannah puts Penn State up 2-1. What a response from the number 3 team in the nation in Cameron Hannah, coming alive in set 3. I misspoke earlier. They swept Rutgers. They took 1 match from Maryland. Their first 2 matches of the Big Ten season were 5-setters. They beat Rutgers in New Jersey, then beat Maryland in College Park. Beat Rutgers in a sweep at Iowa on October 11th, but haven't won in the Big Ten since. Trying to make something happen tonight, but Maggie Mendelson gets the first point of the 4th set right through the middle, and Mendelson, another strong night from the middle blocker from Utah. She's up to 9 kills.
Both middle blockers are firing away, and they're hitting real efficient so far.
Faldudo, did she get it in the corner? Yes, she did. Ava Faldudo tucks it in the cross-court corner for Penn State, and it's their 6th service ace of the night.
She's second on the team in aces, and shows why right there. That one just drops in.
Whittingstall, get it sit down right in front of the back row. Stark and Faldudo. Just saw the volleyball come down in front of him. Whittingstall, her numbers now 6 kills for the middle blocker. They've set her a lot. She's got a lot of swings, hasn't been able to pay all of them off, but this is where she's been potent, behind the service line. We'll see if Penn State gets her off quickly. Warden right there for the block, Alyssa Warden. Just continuing for Alyssa Warden. We mentioned this career night that she's had, 7 kills, 12 digs. Had in a block there as well. She's got a service ace. Here's Whittingstall. Already has 3 tonight for the Hawkeyes. Merzik trying to get her off the line. Iowa sprawling out to play it. And Iowa runs out of room there as they just couldn't control it.
We've seen a lot of power from Jess Merzik. That one just took a little bit off of it and ended up paying off. Iowa not able to fully get into system on that return.
Gallus receives it. Did Warden get a touch? Yes, she did. Alyssa Warden adds another kill to the department. The redshirt freshman out of Bartlett, Illinois. Big night that she's had, and it's been her and Dominique Phils, the freshman, who have kind of rotated that other hitter spot for Iowa. And Phils has had the hot hand a lot of the year. Tonight, it's Warden. And then a block on the other pin for Iowa. It's freshman Malou Garcia and the senior Gracie Gibson. And Iowa's got the lead.
That block just a little too much for Penn State. Merzik tried to keep it up, but Mendelson wasn't able to keep it alive.
So 2 blocks and 4 points for Iowa. They've got a 1-point advantage. Grimes right there, Johnny on the spot to get the up. Hannah through the block, ricocheting it off of Garcia and Gibson that time, and Cameron Hannah keeping pace with her senior teammate Jess Merzik. Now they both have 13 kills on the night. Pretty similar stats for both players.
It was a great dig there by Grimes, and now she's back at the line.
Grimes looking for her 4th service ace of the night. Give it to her. Jillian Grimes just cannot be stopped right now from behind the service line for Penn State. Putting the pressure on. Iowa's serve-receive game has not had anything for it. She's matched her season high. Matched her career high, actually. As that point will go to Penn State. Off 4 contacts. Grimes' career high was set last year against Minnesota. 4 service aces. She's matched that here this evening. Had 3 against Maryland earlier in the year. That was her previous season high. Urquhart there to receive it. Garcia sent packing by the block of Trammell and Hannah.
Trammell added a little sass on there after the block. Looking back at the mishit, the the whiff that is, to be able to get the point.
Taylor Trammell's going to let you know if she makes the play. And she makes a lot of them for this Penn State team, but Alyssa Warden coming back on the other end. Able to nail it, cross court in the back row. Up to 9 kills is Warden. She's back behind the service line, and got to give so much credit to her for what she's done this evening. Trammell once again. That up-tempo connection between her and Izzy Stark.
Hits down, and despite them maybe not hitting down for a kill, she'll be able to kind of set off any defense.
Stark sends the serve away. Urquhart has gotten fed a lot here recently for Iowa, but you can't find the hardwood there. Once again, Garcia and Gibson seal the antenna, but Penn State got a second swing at it, and Cameron Hannah puts it away emphatically.
She flew on that one. A great set, and just allows her to be able to get a full swing. She puts her whole body into those swings, and it shows it when it comes off her hand and it hits down pretty fast.
Whoop. Warden didn't quite receive that cleanly, but somehow kind of on an awkward play. Urquhart, the bump set all the way over to Malou Garcia, and Garcia said, all right, I got a chance at this. It's in my window. I'll take a crack at it. And the freshman did just that. Got a nice cross-court kill.
Yeah, Malou Garcia up to 9 kills on the match. After a silent first set, she's come alive here.
Garcia performed well against another ranked opponent, Purdue, earlier this year. That was where her career high 20 kills came against. So she's coming up big against these Nittany. Not as big as Cameron Hannah and Taylor Trammell as they double on the block there for Penn State. Get the Nittany Lions to 10.
Yeah, the block has woken up for the Nittany Lions. It was silent in the first set. It kind of still was silent, but the 2.5 blocks per set on average, it's woken up here.
6 in total for the match now for the Nittany Lions as Hannah sends that serve long. Iowa still winning that battle with 9 blocks. Gracie Gibson has 7 of them for the Hawkeyes. Stark backpedaling to set it up for Merzick. Garcia's got to attack it from the back row. Put a strong swing on it. Merzick now from off the net. Misses it out of bounds. Another hitting error for Jess Merzick gives Iowa another point here.
Just a little too much air on that one for Merzick.
Hawkeyes still within 2. Well within striking distance in a go-or-go-home set 4. Merzick tried to lollipop it over the Iowa block. Did so. Now Trammell gets a swing out of the middle. Taylor Trammell. Seems like Penn State's getting production pretty much from everywhere.
Yeah, and she continues her really impressive night. Had an impressive season. Has had an impressive season so far, and she's raising those numbers tonight.
The juice chance can only mean one thing. Jocelyn Nathan into the game. She served the match match-winning service ace against Michigan on Wednesday. Makes her first appearance of the night here. Jaravicius and Mendelson trying to send Iowa back. Warden was there to cover it, and it's going to be Urquhart paying off the cover with the kill. And quickly getting Jocelyn Nathan off the service line for Penn State. Urquhart will go back to serve now for the Hawkeyes. Iowa just sticking around here in set 4. Doink off the net tape. Jaravicius missed it out.
Jaravicius had the block beat on that one and just hit it a little too hard, a little too far.
Close to tucking it in that back right corner there, the Iowa court, but Jaravicius unable to do so, and Iowa's within 1. Just clearing the net tape there is Urquhart. Mandelson with a donut kill. She's up to double figures now, joining her teammates Merzik and Hannah.
Yeah, that one, talked about her being a basketball player. That one looked like she was going up for a layup. Being able to put it down there in front of the Iowa defense.
Faldudo, another tough serve. Iowa's got to scramble to receive it. Garcia gives the Nittany Lions a free ball. That's why you can't do that, because Jess Merzik's going to run it down your throat.
Yeah, Penn State capitalizing on the free ball, and that's what you have to do whenever a team gives you a free ball opportunity here in the Big Ten. It's a tough conference, very deep conference, and we talked about Iowa's 3-8 record. They're putting up a fight here, so.
It's been a common theme in the Big Ten, and even with the expanded Big Ten this year with the West Coast teams coming in, look, the reality is these Big Ten matches are tough. It doesn't matter who you're playing. It doesn't matter if you're playing the top team in the conference, the bottom of the conference. Every team's got girls that can play. We're seeing that with Iowa. So they've already taken a set from the Nittany Lions. Down by 3 here in this set for Izzy Stark gets the dump. And Izzy Stark's had a quiet week, I guess I'll say, offensively for Penn State. She had 3 hitting errors and no kills against Michigan. She just couldn't find the hardwood there. A little too much room for Stark to operate with. She gets the dump for her second kill tonight.
Saw the replay there. She a little sigh of relief after she gets the kill.
Whittingstall on the slide for Iowa, gets it right back for the Hawkeyes. Ends a 3-0 scoring run by the Nittany Lions. When Iowa had to have that point, Whittingstall has come up big. 6 kills, 3 aces, 2 blocks. She's been potent tonight for the Hawkeyes behind the line. Iowa trying to keep her on it. This is Mendelson. Now Warden over the block. Back row, Stark. Played up by Warden. Meitzler from well behind the 10-foot line. Got it to Warden, and Warden got it down anyway. Alyssa Warden now to double figures. Go on, Andrew.
She's continuing her breakout game, really. And, I mean, she's almost at her career, or her season total, that is.
Exactly. We mentioned coming into the evening, Warden had 11 kills in the season. She's got 10 tonight. The redshirt freshman. Hannah Whittingstall from behind the service line. This feels like it's a spot where Iowa needs to get some points. They've got 1. Could use at least a few more. Tough receive by Grimes, but she got it up. Now Merzik puts it away. And that'll take us to the media timeout. Emphatic 5 here, down by 3 in set 4. Same opponents next weekend for Iowa, just in the opposite order. They'll travel to Madison to play the Badgers on Friday night, and then they'll host Northwestern Sunday afternoon. That's what it looks like for the Iowa Hawkeyes coming up. Garcia, back row, missed it long. Lou Garcia had that explosive second set for Iowa, but hasn't had a whole lot since then.
Just 2 other kills other than that second set. She had 7 in the second set.
Merzik serves that one into the net, gives the Hawkeyes a free point, gives them the serve back. Jenna Meitzler for the Hawkeyes. Received by the right back, Merzik. Bump set from the left back, Faldudo. The left pin, Hannah takes a swing. Warden chipping away at the Penn State block. Hannah off the block for the kill.
Cameron Hannah also continuing her really impressive night. 15th kill on the match, tying Jess Merzik for the lead.
Cameron Hannah just continuing to improve, which doesn't seem like it's possible sometimes. How about Taylor Trammell and Izzy Stark on that block? That was vicious.
Talked about the athleticism of Izzy Stark, and there it is again, being able to get up to be able to send that one back and get a point on a block this time.
Trammell with 4 blocks. Stark has 3 of Penn State's 7. Oh, Gibson missed the swing in the middle. Off the set from Eitzler. A little bit of a missed connection there between those two. Gives the Nittany Lions another point with Jillian Grimes behind the service line, up by a half dozen away. Much better that time. Southpaw swing from Garcia and Stark. Next 5 at a glance for the Hawkeyes. 8 matches left for both these teams in the regular season after tonight. Garcia rejected again by Stark and Trammell.
Stark has come alive here late in this set on the block. She gets another block there.
Jillian Grimes going on another run. Trying to put the match away. Trammell, a solo stuff that time. Taylor Trammell doing it all, whether she's got help or not. Penn State can feel it, and Jillian Grimes could feel it there too, trying to serve tough. She served it into the net for the Nittany Lions, but they still lead by 8 here over the Hawkeyes. We'll see if Iowa's got one last burst in them.
It's going to be
Warden.
From someone, it's going to be her.
Yeah, exactly. The night that she's had, regardless of how this concludes. Give all the credit in the world to 39 for Iowa. And how about Garcia and Gibson once again on the block. Gracie Gibson up to 8 blocks. That's 1 shy of her career high. She has just been everywhere for the Hawkeyes tonight. Garcia's got 5 in that category. That's been the one spot that Penn State, by and large, has had the advantage, but Taylor Trammell has taken over. She's done it with blocks. Now she's doing it on the offensive end. She gets the kill. The Nittany Lions are a deuce away. Freshman Izzy Stark. Whistles it away. Urquhart from off the net. Grimes punches at it. Grimes takes a swing. She's already got 3 kills this year. Urquhart sent packing by Juravicius and Trammell. Again! Oh, man! If not once, it was twice for Taylor Trammell and Caroline Juravicius. And it's match point, Nittany Lions.
Just relentless at the net. Taylor Trammell, back-to-back blocks. Second one goes down, and it's match point.
Izzy Stark is going to serve it out of bounds. Nittany Lions have had a tendency. They've won their last 2 matches on service aces, not that one. Now Penn State needs a side out. It's going to be a service error. Good night from Rec Hall. Penn State takes it 3-1, 25-16 in set 4. They survive a scare from the Hawkeyes, and they improve to 12-0 in the Big Ten.
Yeah, great match by both teams, really. Iowa fought all the way to the end.